over with. It's bullshit. Snow, so much of it. We're not really equipped for it, but we're out here fishing anyway. We had a bad day on the lake yesterday. Today seems better already. I'm kind of old school. I get grumpy and I irritated a lot, but she keeps me in line. She's the only one that can put up with me. I had plan A, B, and C, and we ended up going with D. Plan D was shut my mouth and get to it. That's what Candace always tells me.
I don't see the purpose in complaining. It doesn't solve anything. By complaining, it's really bad.
There's your master angler. You don't get paid as much for them.
Hey, see, we don't really catch that many of those big jumbo ones.
Fish companies are looking for about this size here, your medium pickerel.
Lake Winnipeg is home to many types of fish, with over 15 species. The fish with the highest market value is walleye, also known as pickerel. But other species such as whitefish, yellow perch, goldeye, and northern pike hold value as well. Tulipy is also common, but practically worthless in the winter season.
Beautiful stuff. 3 3/4 inch, and your medium pickerel. Usually a box like that's about 150 bucks. So if we get 6 of them, that'd be $900.
Your face is froze.
Well, you know what I'll tell you? I won't be gracing any covers, so doesn't really matter.
Oh, but you graced my cover.
Frostbite is a constant danger on bitterly cold days.
It's a cool, crisp day. Tiring walking around in sand all day, basically. That's what the snow is like. But we sure needed it.
Now we can bring that bomber out.
It's bombardier time. This snow sucks. That's when you want a big gasoline engine pushing you along, not a small two-stroke.
Makes work a lot easier.
In winter, the backbone of commercial fishing on Lake Winnipeg is the Bombardier B-12, otherwise known as the Bomber. Built between the 1940s to 1970s, early versions were made of wood, while later models were constructed out of steel. Its rear-mounted engine-over-track design means it can power through the thickest snow and cross or climb over large cracks in the ice. Purpose-built for the Canadian North, they weigh over 1,500 kilograms and can haul over a ton of cargo while still reaching top speeds of 70 kilometers per hour. It takes a true ice Viking to appreciate the crude charm of this noisy Cold War relic.
These Bombardiers, they're from the 50s. They're old, they're rusty, they break. 50, 60, 70-year-old machines, they're just set up to go.
Mine is my age, 50 years old now. Anything can go wrong. I've had a lot of work done to it.
There's not a lot of people who have them. There's not a lot of people who work on them. I mean, it's older technology. It's good because you can fix it. So they're not really like anything else. You know, like most of them don't even have brakes. They're meant for one thing, and that's for traveling on the ice and the snow. And they're not the ideal vehicle for any other application.
Bombardier kind of like part of the family. It's like your pet cat or dog. She doesn't really have a name, but we refer to it as she. She's our lady. Candace's lady.
Until somebody comes along with something else that flies by me with a bunch of fish in it, while I'm going, what the hell was that? I'm going to keep putting a bolt on, putting a weld on, and keep putting Band-Aids over duct tape to keep these things rolling down the road. It works.
Okay, she's here. She's here.
Richard Bjarnason has found the jigger under the ice. He and son Mike have their sights on setting 10 nets today.
Jesus. I have to warm up my hands here.
Setting the second net now.
Right now, she's pretty nippy. When it switches into the south, first thing, the coldest wind you can get. First few hours, because there's like moisture.
As the wind picks up, the moist air begins to feel that much colder.
You never know about the weather. Jesus.
Then, big trouble below.
Jesus. 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 Hold her. Caught on the goddamn jigger. Jesus. The jigger stuck. Christ. Oh, my God.
Richard and Mike are fighting to remove their jigger from the rough ice below.
Now this is going to be fun.
The net has also wrapped itself around the jigger.
Caught on the goddamn jigger. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Okay, try again. Jeez, man, I never had this happen to me before. A jigger, that's happened to me before, but not with a net in it. Oh, no.
Got it in the middle.
Not the Jesus. Couldn't get goddamn worse. We got the middle of the jigger. If we would have got the very end of it, we could have pulled her straight up. But this bar is pretty well centered, and that's no good. We'll have to put her down again and then try to straighten her out so we can get the end.
Whew. Now the wind's coming up. Holy sh! You can feel it from the south there. Oh, it's getting raw.
Now we're gonna have to try to push the jigger ahead, try to get the back end so we can get her up. She's laying like this underneath the ice. Once you get the end, the hole's here and the end's here, and then she'll pop right up. Oh, gee.
Probably at least minus 30 out there with no windshield today. I'm just warming up these motors, like they're electric motors, so everything at minus 40 is very temperamental out here.
Over at Husavik Bay, Justin and Mike are struggling with equipment breakdowns and piercing cold temperatures.
Yeah, on these cold temperatures, we've had some days where it just won't start. Normally it starts first pull, but it's so stiff it doesn't even want to turn over. Oh. I rolled this thing the other day, so it's seen better days. Taken a beating the last 2 days, so kind of worried this morning that maybe it wasn't going to go. We had some issues with it earlier, so. See, where are they now? Nothing. I don't get it. We lifted this net over there. Exact same size, same mesh tank. And now here, no pickerel at all.
They're also struggling with poor fishing.
So there's nothing in that one. Completely empty. 5 fish.
A new location might be the answer.
We've been fishing this side of the gang for too long now, so as I'm drilling through, I'm hitting old holes, so it's flooding, which makes that lifter get stuck. There shouldn't be any water coming up. Second issue is it's getting harder and harder to push down with these gears. I'm missing a bunch of teeth, so trying to fight through an old hole is harder on the auger as I'm trying to force it down.
Drilling through old holes floods the ice surface, freezing the auger in place. Just another element for the guys to battle.
There's 2 gears that the rack runs on that the auger is attached to. That's how we raise and lower the auger. And I just took a look in there, and there's a bunch of teeth missing on the gears, so if any more of those teeth break, then the auger will be stuck in there.
Oh, that thing's
What?
It is. I got stuck drilling because I have to flood the hole so bad because it doesn't go down because there's no teeth left. I'll have to lift that through today, and then we're not fishing tomorrow. I had to use the chain to pull myself out of the hole. That's how bad I flooded.
Like action?
Yeah. So I'm stuck with the auger because I got a foot of water I'm drilling. I'm drilling through an old hole with no teeth and a wrap.
Perfect.
When I start using a chain to pull myself out with an auger, that's the end of my drilling. Or you...
Well, I can cheer you up. I got 3 pickerel out of that net.
That's it? This day's turned out to be a total waste of time like yesterday. We screw around and screw around. Come over now.
The auger is in dire need of repair. It's going to cost the guys time and money.
We're gonna have to probably cancel fishing tomorrow and start tearing that thing down, and then on Monday, hopefully contact the welder and see if he can start working on it. And when he says it's ready, is the next day we can fish.
We were gonna set 12, that was the goal, but having some troubles with, we hit the middle of the jigger.
Richard and Mike Bjarnason struggle to free their jigger from the rough ice.
The bar's stuck and then the net's stuck. It's tangled in there.
It's been hours.
What are we gonna have to do?
We're gonna have to dig out more yet.
Just dig a bigger hole, I guess.
It's over 3 feet. Gee. Straight down and then up. Okay, okay, okay. You got it. Oh. Okay, try or not.
Oh.
Okay. There, that son of a bitch.
After almost 2 hours, the jigger is free.
God. Wait. God, sure. Gee.
They need to set more nets, with no chance of reaching their goal of 12 for today.
Let's see. We'll go over here.